Welcome back, everybody. We're going to be continuing on. Now that we've collected all the surveillance, we can finish reading the rest of the files. Lena Harper, 23-year-old U.S. government agent. Her sister Deborah is her only known living relative. During the tall exterior attack, she's dispatched by the U.S. Secret Service to President Benford. She's a woman with strong moral convictions, is very sympathetic to the plight of others, although she doesn't let her emotions get the better. Does let her emotions get the better of her from time to time. Catacombs. The catacombs that makes their way under tall lakes go back almost 400 years. They are the final resting place not only members of the Simmons family, but they say absurd the mysterious organization known as the Family. These underground burial chambers are not known to the public. The catacombs themselves are still protected by many elaborate contraptions to keep outsiders from digging too deeply into the family's secret affairs. Although the catacombs are primarily used by the Simmons family, the primitively constructed caves and altars hint at the existence of inhabitants prior to These are here for the family serious. Anyone spies nature to use her off the grid, no, she's not better than that, even if Ada Wong is an alien her own name. Ada first encountered Leon Kennedy in the King City incident in 1998 when Leon was a colored rookie police officer trying desperately to escape from the nightmare that had enveloped the wrecking sea. He was in the sea carrying out a mission for a rival company to the Umbrella Corporation with services through two together, the nature of her activities while using Leon to help her carry them out, but like a struggle they endured brought them close together and it ended up saving Leon's life. Eventually they had made their way out of the sea separately, but they could not forget what they felt for each other. Following the escape, their paths would cross from time to time. Leon is the U.S. government operative and Ada as a spy. Ada makes no qualms about using Leon when it suits her deeds, but Leon is loath to bring himself to be done with her. They don't consider each other enemies, but it's hard to tell how they feel for each other. Complicated is the word that at least summarizes the relationship. Lena's crime. Derek's in the worst. Lena harbored Nick when he was associate President River when he came after his sister Deborah. Lena had no choice but to use them on an alert over the Secret Service related to Ivy University with the intent to kill President Bifford. The president was on the campus to deliver a speech, and the Secret Service made sure the president was secure before his speech. Number agents were dispatched to look at the socialists. It's great they knew Derek needed. Then the letter says she can let herself be party to a terrorist attack. She rushed to the campus to entreat the agents to give up their wild goose chase and present the resume. The agents were aware of her past infractions, so they were disinclined to believe her. Then the attacks came because half the agents were out looking for assassins, so just was slow and evacuated President Bedford, saying to save his life. Browser Rapids. Molecular facilities, particularly non-existence, are relies on kinetic sensations based on data in the water and spray, or it's currently attacked. All moving very big, human or something. Cadavers that float in the water, however, do not interest it. Sea virus, demolition, white skin that builds greasers, skeleton designed for the slow like part of its main body located in the torso. Even as part of the creatures who know tolerance destroy will not be infected in the main body. These hatch body parts can still search for prey independently and stare. Flexible nature of its structure allows us to pass through narrow openings on molluscan ducks and other type species. Primary weakness is fire, and when it encounters to see its main body will leap out. As skeleton that escape danger. Derek C. Simmons, 46-year-old, is an aide to the President of the United States. He is a ruthless perfectionist of personality while disposed to rise pursuing to a high echelon of power in government. He's the current head of the family, a secret fraternity of powerful movers and shakers that have manipulated the development of the Western world for centuries. This organization will do whatever is necessary to ensure stability, moral order, during the ensuing case that will result from President responding to reveal the truth about the Raccoon City incident. Mr. Simmons orchestrates his own bioterror attack where the president would be but one of the many casualties. Eric's first transformation. Derek Simmons is genetic with enhanced C-virus. He has stage 1 mutation. As stages are body maintains immunogenicity, violent tendencies are in play. He's yet to lose a sense of self. telling you powerful enough to outright to be true. Derek's second transformation. As the Seafarer's infection against the state room, Derek's body enters stage 2 mutation. At stage, Derek's body resembles a gigantic dinosaur, and its musculature is quite dense. Unlike the stage 1 mutation, stage 2 Derek behaves instinctively instead of rationally. His driving force is to devour his enemies, and he does his hardest to leap into the sky and attack a blood Ada's paladin. Derek's third transformation. Derek's body continues to mutate and enters stage 3. Derek's humanity is completely gone at this point, but his survival instincts remain. He just multiple courses around to give his body the right to assume its form. Navigation of multiple insect species. When stage 3 Derek loses limb or other body part, he can regenerate by ingesting more corpses. He can, in theory, live forever as long as third course room to Oops. I did not mean to do that. Present and stuff. Who's this? Deborah Harper. Browser. Shrieker. Bloodshot. And the Whopper. Whopper and Whopper Supreme. God. You're so ugly. It's all self-control, but they failed to exhibit any noticeable drop in mental functions. This way, playing reports drops typically getting firearms and communicate with their Java in their country's native language. Java was to follow the final orders that were given before they be infected with the C virus, and they will do this with no fault for their own safety or well-being. The virus creates an intense free roll state in the host, and the more the host is damaged, the higher it becomes. Many Java have been seen to succumb to their wounds, burning to death in bright hot flames that engulf their bodies. After the virus turns to infect a human to a Java, the host will continue to mutate with the mutation usually creating a specific section of its body. So serious to returns to reverse for its own human tissue chitinous and satellite appendages in case the virus take on a utilitarian purpose, replacing our its life or shell-like appendages. Other reports say that some drugs for wings can get the ability to fly certain mutations like the aforementioned wings have been observed in numerous occasions, like a number of types of mutations. 26-year-old BSA operative workers Chris Redfield is commanding officer. Synthetic coordination concentration skills develop here, making the BSA's top-ranking sniper. He can react quickly to the changing conditions on the battlefield, and such he would usually find a way to complete his mission in spite of any adverse conditions. A serious determined man in battle, he still has time to offer kind word for his fellow soldiers. It's these qualities that cause CEO to comment that the future of the BSA rests on the shoulders of men like him. He gives himself first not to think of his team as subordinates, but as members of a family. He believes that the strength of the BSA hinges on the bonds of all its agents. He hails Captain Redfield and hides respect, and Captain Redfield pushes him implicitly. The Ogreman is not good. He is by insurgents during the Civil War in Adonia. Ogreman is derived from serving for giant body. His name was Status. This creates as one of the largest there will be others known to citizens during this encounter that is violently destructive. BOWs like intelligence and will just act on the orders they're given without hesitation. Zero Bravo, the first one takes place in perfect ways and is laced by organic weapon during the state of the world. Policies in Europe may draw by like Christian around the world. So I impact this by constantly assisting in order to maintain like threatening to ensure casting of the dehydrates is only damage to the creature whether by gunshot, blunt force, or chip away at the shell like exterior, softer about the underneath. The center of the shell inspects very sensitive, damages the creature instantly. And Macaulay. Chris's amnesia. There's possible. Felt guilt. Pasawan is a Shinyan district located in the giant city of Waya, built around the remains of a ruined fortress. Christopher Chase of BW, a highly developed camouflage ability to this area. In the early 20th century, there is a base of operations for British colonialism. The Emperor China was able to rally the surrounding peoples to extirpate the British from their land. Following British abandonment, the areas of Pasawan left into a lawless zone. When no one in control, people started building dwellings haphazardly until they piled up into the current mess the district is today. Those characters is when shown like especially the series, so it's just directly server defend. Creature collects 3 originally a large snake. To compensate with also the spent part skin workers trying hard making additional weapons. Christopher Redfield began his military career as a fellow in the United States Air Force and his career was brought into direct conflict with superiors under the substitutions retired for the Air Force. He since got recognition Special Forces stars because of superior fighting skills, pilot qualifications, and those dimensions. So that's Christopher could see. Christopher on his own stopper umbrella made the world aware of the threat by was finally present in solution in 2003. Christopher joined the BCA, G5. It's around Africa in 2009. Direct conflict with foreign boss that were Risker, Crisco Howard during the operation is finally able to put arrest all the guests of Umbrella and Raccoon Sea. In 2012, during Operation Antonio, all the BSA soldiers that were nervous joined the BOWs. Christopher from Hedron that led to amnesia. It wasn't until six months later that they found him. Oops. Chris and Leon. Christopher only worked for 2 different organizations. New Umbrella. They brought the Zeros and developed in China to the Civil War in Doni, which dedicated to the surgeons administered to its mercenary fighters. Mercenaries they maintained the creatures now shouting to get out of their transformations. Chris spent most of his life fighting the pharmaceutical company Umbrella, almost losing on investigation. It's hard to imagine what he thought when he first heard the new by Ada organization, such as a question only she can answer. To all Neon Umbrella stuff, at 23:29 today or later, a Wong vital sun ceased. At the same time, or later, everyone's vital sun ceased. At the same time, Plan D was shown to be activated. All personnel in our Far East facilities are urged to head for one of the predetermined safety zones. This emergency notice is for all human staff and not for Tuavu test subjects. An emergency cable will be sent to the underwater facility once Plan D is fully in motion. All the man appears to his family. Oh, wait, I already read that. Chris Redfield and Wesker Jake Neal's Fire, a history that goes back to when the two were on the same stars team and the world's first known BOW student dimensions in 1998. Turned out later that this accident was engineered by Albert, who was working for Umbrella. As a result, Chris lost many good friends and colleagues. Chris set out to stop Umbrella, but the spread BOWs, following the conflict with Albert on numerous occasions. In 2009, Chris found himself in Africa as he attempted to stop Albert from murdering the majority of the planet's population. During their battle, Albert mutilated himself in WW. He was killed thanks to Chris and his partner Shiva Almar. Thankfully, Albert's plans to go genocide were never realized. The Umbrella's deep sea research facility was built so the group could have a secret location to create reactors. Teams of scientists extracted magma from below the ocean floor to find bacteria and microbes that could thrive in such extreme conditions, and then added their trace to the sea virus to give life to powerful POWs. When the Umbrella found the financial backing to construct such an august facility remains unknown. House. House is a gigantic BOW and ultimate weapon created by New Umbrella at its underwater facility. The creature has translucent skin, making humanoid bone structures and internal organs visible to the naked eye. In addition, there are also gas-producing organs that secrete a gas that turns humans into zombies. This gas is thousands of times more concentrated than lipopizza's, and its potential infection radius is just as exponentially wide. Should it ever reach the surface, it would follow its programming and continue to divide and multiply. In only a few days, these house creatures would come into our them. In the event of New Umbrella leader Ada Wong's death, the house creature would still be released. However, depending on when that occurs, there is a possibility that the creature could be released at an incomplete stage of its development. Let's do another action. Leon. House. Escalapanje. Or like butchering them up. This is Redfield rare. Not bad. Indigent. I'm not reading the ones I already read while I was going through the campaign. Bioorganic weapons BOWs. Bioorganic weapon, an organic life form that has been turned into a weapon usually by means of viral infection. The virus is designed not to kill the host outright, but to transform it into a creature that's safe for combat situations. The creature that ran amok during the leak of the T-virus in Raccoon City in 1998 are typical of such BOWs. Costume advice for physiology. Human guinea pig. G-Virus. William Bergen father Sherry Bergen's responsible discovery of and researching the G-Virus with incredible regenerative and reproductive abilities. The G-Virus causes the host to lose rational thought, turning into a violent creature that seeks to replicate the virus as an embryo and resume blood ties to the original host. During the Raccoon City incident, armed groups sought to steal the G-Virus and kill William Bergen in the process. Before his death, however, Bergen injected himself with the virus, thus consummating his life's work. Revived by the virus, Bergen sought out his nearest blood relative, his daughter Sherry, injected her with an embryo for the G-Virus. Claire Redfield created an antidote to stop the embryo from mutating Sherry's body, but even after the expulsion of the embryo, trace amounts of the G-Virus remained in her body. The result of the government's test on her is that she has incredible regenerative abilities, including immunity to most viruses. Her youthful appearance is thought to be due to the G-Virus as well. Missions. to the sea virus missiles threat submarine from mainland. These sensors resume a human-sized crow and its ability to fly and chase after prey. It progresses flesh cadavers to living organisms that rarely eats its prey after capturing it. It will release its prey from high in the air in order to kill it, and so its weapon roost over the course of each away its flesh. It's one of the few high-level mutations that can use tools. It has been known to drop steel drones and other objects from the sky when wanting to its prey. Oko. Oko creatures are released from an organ on this Knox bag. Inside like it. In appearance, their right flight prints are more indicative of that. Oko's direct submarine word for eye. Their namesake implies they had sides for the visually impaired Ustanok. They ironically rely on ultrasonic waves to track prey. Their sense organs are shared with Ustanok, and when the target's found, they emit a flash and flap their wings at a low only Ustanok can detect. The mechanism behind this shared sensory perception is unknown. Their ultrasonic waves cannot pass through the walls and other barriers that Okos, so no function in combat, and their partial bodies are quite easy to destroy. Weird. Childhood. Amber Legends. Lab report, June 20th, 2011. Finally. Unless I even checked, and the report came back that my body type was highly compatible with the Seekers, no longer by this frail creep body. Reborn is a powerful weapon, there's a chance I will no longer retain the humanity of its paltry sacrifice and allow their wonderful gains. This is what I've dreamed about all my life. Streetlet. Sorry, for Archer. This creature's primary function is to frighten up invaders. They will spawn the guests for decorative pieces of its own body. When enemy gets in close range to those creatures, they tend to turn tail and run away. Like many lizard species, they can climb walls and crawl in ceilings. 1998, William Becker with a Shearbrick and decided to get the results of the She-Virus research for himself. Spears are umbrella and tired of his attitude and second hand, he had to retrieve the virus for them. The expedition could see that with the T-Virus fleet back in Raccoon City, the confluence of the two events contributed greatly to the city's destruction. Sherry was also caught up in these events, but thanks to her efforts, Selena, Katie, and Claire were she was able to survive the incident. Sherry considered Claire to be her new mother, at least by the parents, was Claire's love and devotion, and the grace of that Sherry's development, and Claire's nurturing, compassionate ways that manifested themselves in Sherry's own personality. Life without freedom. Smell the G-Verse, their blood, their Sherry's side. Experiment log. June 27, 2011. 5 days have passed since the test subject was administered with C-Virus. All vital signs are stable. This is not the ideal candidate for such a test, but considering how the previous 322 subjects all died within 24 hours, I'd say this is substantial progress. He was chosen well. The only setback is that the subject lost his right arm due to an allied accident. C-Virus has shown an inability to regenerate. Still, the subject's potential and others anticipated, it will make for a powerful bioweapon. That's good considering I'm pleased he wasn't to be selected for this experiment. July 2nd, July 1. Test subject has now been contained in Eastnock and Terrestrial Street Intelligence. Far outstrips any alpha to date. Shows an uncanny ability in creating and choosing the appropriate weapons for apprehending its target. Word has come down from the top that special weapons are being created for Eastnock, ones that will compensate for the loss of his right arm. Pistol. Jake Muller was fun. However, it was good for electric Miller's physiology. His body is highly resistant to viral infection and is even able to manipulate the virus he injected into himself so they would only root their benefits without this deleterious effects. Self-experimentation gave him abilities to come describe superhuman. So immunity to viral infection, an invisible effect on virus group playing what would have been the deadliest terrorist attacks in human history. Human City, Christopher from the Beastly, not killed him in time. Jacobson responds with command. He's also unaware of the genetic legacy is a deal with the United States. The reason the US government is sheriff in the custody is twofold. One, they have to save the G-virus, the main one. Two, this will protect it from obscure of the G-virus. The US just like protective care. She agreed to work for them. It's not what's created with called ultimate BOW originally named freely using itself. Seaverse is found to test form with the result of the umbrella scientist. Even though he's the manufacturer BOW, all his mental disease as a human remain tech, given him the capacity for pungent thought. This makes this not a perfect candidate for carrying out missions on his own. The side effect mutation thus may even have increased his intelligence and sees the ability to use complex machinery and equipment soon after picking it up. C-virus vaccine. Anti-C is the tentative name given the US government for the vaccine for the C-virus created from the blood work of Jake Muller. This vaccine is administered to a person not yet infected by the C-virus that basically given immunity to the vaccine. Very low success rate in those who are already infected. A little bit of background information. That's rare. That makes sense. Mr. Simmons. The mission to find the son of Robert Whisker has been completed. I have confirmed that Jake Muller is the biological son of Whisker. Name Jake Muller, age 20, citizenship Republic of Illinois. Physical characteristics Caucasian, 29 centimeters, blue eyes, has been an employee of mercenaries for 5 years. History and fought in all parts of Europe, the Middle East, and South America. DNA sample from Muller proves his relationship with Whisker. Whisker's alleged immunity from infections manifested itself in Muller. Fortunately, the DNA sample I obtained would not be enough to assist with C-virus research. A bodily fluid, blood, saliva, or bone marrow sample would be required. It is my recognition that you dispatch your top agent to secure the tissue sample from Muller. It's a Marine in order to find what their students is playing. When she gets there, she finds that the security system just found her fingerprints voice, and there's information on her that no one should have. There are the submarine decks and can be seen all from the room decor to the layout. So, it is a mystery as to who built the submarine purpose. Catastrophic. Switch to the seafarers. Submarine for hack. The small creatures have the appearance of hornets. And there. Return stability even if they're not able to do so. When Derek first met A1, customer was normally logical and perturbed personalities. Carried out for instrument goals. Unfortunately, rights for City. Operation Calculus Terminate was the name of the strike ordered by the US government, but the whole spread of the virus to American Sea in 1998, the decision to raise the sea to 100,000 killing infected of our flight came from Derek C. Simmons, high-ranking government official. Raccoon City was a case study for his future plans as he believed the world would stop using traditional weapons and switch over to bioweapons. They arrived at Raccoon City, allowing him to assess the efficacy of such weapons, but he made certain the truth of Umbrella's involvement in their bioweapons program would never be known. Eager to resolve the issue as quickly as possible, years the more hawkish members of the President's administration directed Raccoon City for the sake of the country. The attack on Talks was devised by Sims to show the world dubious officials and government threat bioweapons both from the hands of terrorists, as well as to prevent President from revealing the truth behind Raccoon City. Sorry, is there where the sister? Shrieker is type of zombie, summon them their zombies. Two Ada Wongs. The reports of two Ada Wongs involved in the current crisis. One is the famed spy that comes to the alien community from time to time. The other Ada Wong is the leader of the Umbrella and the one responsible for introducing Huawei to Udoni 6 months prior. The former is the true Ada Wong, and the latter is a copy created by their students utilizing the Seagrass. The fake Ada contacts Aurelia, telling her about the inventing biohazard about to be unleashed in China. Aurelia decides to go to China to find out what Buster's intentions. On a mission to concede, retrieve some of the G-Virus, waiting for concern for himself, and we use wiping out enter the mission, Agnes Leon Kennedy, Edgar, Sand, support, Albert ordered A of the year to things that both secure, so they're shipping Leon again. Secure, she not out. Some devilish. For herself and left the grid. She had her own intentions for keeping the virus. She was not going to allow herself to be a pawn now as planned for domination. Derek C. Simmons is the current head of the secret organization. The family's founded by one of Derek Simmons, the United States was even founded, and its best network of wealth and power since throughout the globe. The family has been manipulating the course of human development for a long time. Their estimate goals to maintain stability in the world, its true motivation lies in exploiting events to benefit its members, and now they believe maintaining stability is continuity upon keeping the United States at the top of the pyramid of world power. The truth about the U.S. government's connection to Umbrella bioweapons program was to get out, it would establish the one move America to the top of that hierarchy of power. Derek sets into motion a plan that will launch the terrorist attack and sustain the present, thus preserving families and science and power stability. Bloodshot. During the biohazard outbreak incident, an extremely rare type of zombie was discovered. When the estimates of its head destroyed, the creature was going to miss the man where Bloodshot because all of its muscle tissue was exposed. Unlike normal zombies, the creature is currently agile and speed, but still attacking the world twist to things comparable. These differences are thought to be a mutation brought on by the C virus. Carla redeems. Derek and Carla. Derek Simmons countless test subjects in his efforts to clone Ada Wong. The main commitment to these efforts is finding subjects with a compatible genetic structure. Using the extensive resources, finally Derek learned that one of his own research genes would be a suitable candidate. Derek tricked Carla into taking part in the experiment because she believed Derek valued her and her work too much to risk her. She was wrong, and Derek succeeded in creating a clone of Ada yet Star, what Carla looked and behaved similarly but was still pieces of her main Carla. Derek's relationship with Ada had only been professional, so he couldn't see that this clone was not the real Ada. Whether they're misguided affections or a desire to revenge themselves on Ada, you nor he nagging down and begin to dream and treat Carla as if she were the real Ada Wong. Carla, having lost most of her personality during the experiment, behaved as Derek wanted, but in the depths of her soul there was still a spark of Carla's reasons up, and once it came to search, she vowed to destroy Derek, the man who ruined her life. It won't be long before everything is for fear will come true. My special pet, resting beneath the sea, will be ready soon. All my little cocoons will also hatch shortly. That greatest creation will be the very undoing of everything he used to work for. It would be a shame, though, if he wasn't ready to live in a world of nightmares, so I'll make his body live from reflection on the hearts of unleashed. The world will be so far removed from its stability because it would complete chaos, and that chaos will destroy its body. Unlimited transformations. Carl Dames thinks she can attack China and unleash chaos upon the world, but there seems a plan for stopping her, and she's critically injured. If I'm going to die, then I'll make sure the world he loves dies with me. By the last ounce of energy she injects herself with an extremely potent strain of the Steelers is the same strain one of her subordinates injected in Derek. In her infected state, she immerses her body without an aircraft carrier, transforming herself into something decidedly not human. She can also create human-sized doppelgangers of herself, Carla Swartz. These avatars of Carla insanity still resemble Ada Wong, proving that Derek's experiment damaged her psyche more than she had realized. Complete mutations. After humans inject with the sea virus and their neutral, the virus will continue to mutate the host's entire body is covered by a tough cocoon-like structure. Inside its chrysalid, the virus will dissolve the host's body composition and form, thus giving birth to a completely different creature from their body. These creatures are referred to as complete mutation. Derek C. Simmons sought to harness this mutation process when he tried to recreate Ada Wong, but ended with another failed mutation instead. Le Petit's and Gana's there are two such limits as failures to reserve the human spirit but little else. Researchers soon learned that by mixing the sea virus with the DNA of specimens, they could create complete mutations that preserve the strong features of routinely mimicking the species. Being able to determine the final outcome of the complete mutations, key component of creating reliable bioorganic weapons. This research was instrumental in stabilizing the sea virus to create something that would birth multiple bioweapons. Enhanced sea virus. The enhanced sea virus is created by treating the sea virus with JP This enhanced virus was engineered by Carla Redfield by taking the elements traits that were resistant to viral infection using them to re-engineer the sea virus into a more potent virus. When a host is infected by the normal sea virus, the host will eventually get encased in the cocoon before emerging as a With the enhanced version, not only does it shrink the host, but it removes the need for chrysalis stage. This host can continue to mutate indefinitely into new forms without compromising its cellular integrity. The enhanced sea virus is incredibly difficult to manufacture and only Carlos can know how to do it successfully. As such, only a limited amount of the enhanced sea virus is known to exist. The end of Derek Simmons. When Derek C. Simmons was betrayed by the Ada Wong Arkin City incident, was the first time he ever felt emotionally stressed. He felt that if he did not have the real Ada Wong serving him faithfully, then he would create one to do so. He decided he would use the sea virus with unlimited potential to change the human body of its creator with all things on earth create his beloved date. No one knows how many lives Derek sacrificed in order to realize that goal. When he succeeded with Carly, it was a good joy with Carly and not completely lost herself in the process. And she hated Derek for what he did to her. Eventually, she would see to it that he was infected with a potent strain of the sea virus, one that would cause his body to mutate painfully into hideous creatures without him. In the end, he was killed by Ada Wong. Carla's revenge. Carla Redanes was reborn as a woman because of the experiment Derek Simmons forced her into and the subsequent training she received following her transformation. Unknown to Derek, Carla retained some remnants of herself in the deepest recesses of her psyche, and this part of her was going to undo everything Derek had done. Carla secretly founded the New Umbrella organization so she could perfect the sea virus and that would be instrumental in her plans to destabilize the planet. I was anathema to Derek. Her plan was to launch missiles loaded with gas that would turn people into zombies and unleash the ultimate BOW on the suspecting world house. Her plan to wreak havoc in China wouldn't have gone off with any problems, but for one incomprehensible act. She contacted the real Ada Wong and involved her in the situation. Whether she did this in some vain attempt to destroy the original Ada and leave only herself, or to have Ada save her, no one can see. It is kind of weird that she didn't contact Ada. It clears up a few mysteries, but not all. episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you all in the next episode of Resident Evil 6. Right after the titles and the medals once I unlock all of them. Have a nice day.